Cubs in a time you could rate with it.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Brissett. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
To throw on 2nd down. Nelson looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Nelson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It's a gain of
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
on third down. Nelson. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Nelson to throw on 2nd down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7. Bears nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll run on first down. Michel. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Nelson. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they run with Michel. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Nelson to Michel on the screen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Patriots.
First down, Michel, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Just a couple yards there down to the 17.
34 on the carry. Khalil Mack in on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Nelson. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gun percent. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun. It's Brissett. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It's fielded at the 45. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callaway, he'll get this into the hands of Bird. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Demir Bird. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Nelson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Kill. Check, 48's the mic. Get him. 48's Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
34.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Nelson now. Looking to throw on second down. That is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Set to throw is Nelson. To throw on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, kill. 48 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
I'm trying to take it to the house. All over you.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Nelson on first down. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devin Asiasi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Daniel Carlson.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That's complete to Mooney. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, Brissett. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd and short.
Complete. Devin McCourty there defensively.
They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Brissett. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now Nelson to throw on second down. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, Nelson. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
40-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Check 31, check 31. Hey, check. Hey, kill.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll make it 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, you don't like the 48. Hey, kill. Push him back. 48 for Mike. We want this. Mike, 48. Watch a slant.
On 3rd down, Brissett. The 20. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Rosas to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
The score, Patriots 17, Bears 14. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
He's brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on first down, Callaway. That's out to his running back, Michelle. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw on second down, Nelson. Throw caught here by Bird. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Patriots.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. To throw, Brissett. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 4, check 4. Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
Now Brissett. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A first down throw for Brissett. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially...
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Daniel Carlson.
The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, New England.
Operating from the gun, Nelson. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
Nelson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Bears 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the... ...21.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
The quarterback sacked. A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Melvin. And that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Formation for the Patriots.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now they try the right side here. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good edge scheme going.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
If I could put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Hey, 4 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Melvin. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
To throw on 3rd down, Melvin trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. 58's the line. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58's the line. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And it's Michel once again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on 1st down. Michel, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
your
So this will wind up a victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Pats, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.